Hello everybody, Simulation ALLI 007 here and welcome back to my channel. And today we are back with another episode of Train Sim World Locos How Strong Are They? This is episode 5. And to prove, there we go, 29 altogether, minus the 2 locomotives that are the class 20 choppers, which means we have 27 wagons altogether. So 27 is the number, and then obviously 29 will be next. So with that being said, sit back, relax, and let's get straight into the video. Okay then, so let's see if the class 20 can take 27 loaded wagons. Well, it's moving. Yeah, I think it can. Yes, it can. Well, I never. The class 20 is stronger than I thought. I think next time we're going to have to ramp it up by 4, I think. Just to make it a little bit more challenging. Yeah, you can do it. That sounds amazing. Okay, let's do a time lapse, shall we? There we go. Got to 54, 55 kilometers an hour. And I'm extremely impressed with the pulling power of the Class 20. BR did make some good locos. This is one of them. The Class 20, yeah, that's why they have the double head, because one singular locomotive doesn't have a lot of pulling power. That's why in real life you would see a double header. But still, very, very strong with two. Very impressed. So the next loco we're going to go to is the Class 31. Okay then. Let's see if the Class 31 can move this consist. No way. I actually have my doubts about this one. I am giving it my all. I'm going to give it until the junction up ahead where we have to move into here. If I can't get it moving, then we might have to count this one out. Just can't get the grip. It is pulling it, but very, very slowly. So we're going to time lapse it from now.
They told me that I always had to be good, but being good always been problems, it's true. So I learned it, and now I know I don't wanna play God. Maybe I'm crazy, but I'm around, baby, it's true, yeah. What if I'm not good? What if I'm not good? If you never love me back, What if I'm not good? What if I'm not good? If you never love me back, What if I'm not good? What if I'm not good? If you never love me back, What if I'm not good? What if I'm not good? If you never love me back.
Okay, so after my accidental emergency brake, I don't know how I managed to do that. I've really struggled to get this loco up to speed. So what I'm gonna do is say if it was out on the main line back in, I don't know, the 90s or 80s, whenever this was out on main line, this speed wouldn't have been acceptable. So I'm going to count it out sadly, as a failure to get up to speed, but I'm gonna bring it back next time I do, or next episode, and see if it can actually pull it. Now, is obviously is able to pull it, but is not able to get up to speed. That's what I said. It's got to get up to 40 kilometers an hour, and we've only got that bit left. And it's taken 20, with obviously my catastrophic braking, but it's still taken a long time from there to get to there at 20. It's got to get up to 40 at least. So I'm going to count it out as a failure, but like I said, I'll bring it back next round to see if it can still pull it. But unless it gets up to 40. If it gets up to 40, by the time we hit that bridge, wherever it is, around here somewhere, then I will count it out as a pass. Count it as a pass. But I'll go back to time lapse to see if it can do it. I'm obviously giving the locos the best chance they can, and in as fair conditions as I possibly can. Okay, so if I hadn't braked when I did, this locomotive would have got to 40 kilometers an hour. So I'm actually going to count it as a pass. Obviously, it did struggle to get going, but once we got traction, it was slowly building up speed. So we are going to count the 31 as a pass, because it was my error, the reason why it didn't get to the speed if I hadn't have braked. So the next loco is class 33. Here we are, class 33. Now this weighs 80 tons, and altogether it's 2,823 tons. Take off that is 2,700. What did I work it out as? 700 something tons. Yeah, extremely heavy. 2,700 tons we got here. Class 31 is pulling it. And we're away. There we go. I'm actually surprised. is we're slipping a bit. Okay, let's time lapse, shall we? There we go. 50 kilometers an hour in the class 33. I'm actually thinking of doing a couple of videos in the class 33 with rail tours. Not too sure what they're going to be yet. Definitely going to be in the Mark III intercities, because why not? But yeah, class 33 is through to the next round. So all the locos so far are through. I cannot believe that. 2,760 tons, I think it was. Yeah, mental. So the next loco is 37. Class 37. Okay then, the class 37 in the Colas Rail Freight livery. John T. Jarvis. I've actually seen this one in real life up at Exeter St David's when I was working the night shift. And let's see, I'll be very surprised if this doesn't. Yeah, there we go. Class 37's all tractors, as they're known. Well, they're still used today. Just shows British engineering can actually be something good. Because this is going to be up power with the class 66, so it'd be interesting to see, well, from now on, all the locos from now, see what they're going to be like. Class 40, class 45, 47, 52, 66. It's going to be interesting to see how much these can actually pull. Okay, with that being said, let's get into the time lapse, shall we? Yeah, I'm not surprised it got to 54 kilometers an hour. Very happy with that result. Class 37 is through to the next round, and my guess is all the other locos from now are also through. So that is the 40, 45, 47, 52 and 66 are all going to be through to the next round. So the next up is the class 40. Okay, so the class 40, my headphones died and I've got to add audio on, but oh well, never mind. Class 40, we are all hooked up, ready to go, brakes release, and let's go. Slowly but surely, we are now moving. I'm not surprised with class 40 because I believe it's got 2 engines. It's like the Deltic. It's got 2 engines. But pretty much, if it's going this fast already, we know it's going to get to 40 kilometers an hour. Nearly 10 kilometers an hour before the bridge already. That's pretty good. So we're going to go straight into the time lapse, and we know it's already going to get to 40 kilometers an hour. I may even increase it, I don't know, but anyway, let's get into the time lapse, shall we? Okay, there we go, 56 kilometers an hour. That's pretty good. So the next locomotive is the class 45. Obviously this class here, the class 40, is through to the next round. I've always said the class 40 is just a bigger version of the class 37 because it looks very similar, stuff from the front bit, but there anyway. So the next locomotive is the class 45. Okay, the class 45, all hooked up, brakes are released, and let's go. Slowly but surely, we are on the move. There you go, a little bit more power to get it going. So we're gonna hop pretty much straight into the time lapse as the class 45 is already at 10 kilometers at the bridge. So that is pretty good. So let's get into the time lapse, shall we? what a surprise. Class 45 got over 40 kilometers an hour and we're at 62. Even with all this weight, I'm very, very happy. So the class 45 is through to the next round. And the next locomotive to get on test is the class 47. Okay, the class 47. This livery is from the Preston Carlisle DLC, so that is where I got this one from. As you can see, Highland rail, and straight away a little bit of power, and it's pulling it like it's, you can see it, there's weight behind it, but you can see it pulling it, which is good. Brush type 4. I do love these locomotives, absolutely amazing. Now we're already at 6 kilometers an hour. We may even get to 10 before the bridge, I can't actually remember. There's 8. There's 9. Yeah, pretty much 10 kilometers an hour before the bridge. Absolutely amazing locomotives these were. One of my favourite locomotives and one of the best that I reckon British Rail made. But with that being said, let's get into the time lapse. There you go, another 62 kilometers an hour speed achieved by the class 47. So with that having said, class 47 is through to the next round, and the next locomotive to be tested is the class 52 Western. Here we are then, the class 52 Western in its blue livery that we're going to see this year, going down to Penzance on the Maisie Day Rail Tour. It has been confirmed. I'm very, very excited to see this, as I haven't seen the class 52 before in real life. So this is going to be the first time. I'm going to see it in Plymouth, and then if I can, I'm going to race over to the dockyard train station and see it blast through there, because it's going to, you just know it. I just don't know what coaches are going to be on it. Hopefully it's going to be the Mark 3 intercity coaches, hopefully, fingers crossed. But that's May, June time. This is now in the game and it's pulling it, which is good, so happy days. So we're basically just going to jump straight into the time lapse, and we already know it's at 7 kilometers an hour. We know it's going to get there. I do back the power off at the end because I have been known to stall these engines in the game, going from Paddington to Reading. But with that being said, let's get into the time lapse, shall we? There we go. 60 kilometers an hour achieved. If I had full power all the way through, it would have got up to 62, 63, I reckon. So, yes, very happy with that result. The class 52 is through to the next round. I don't actually know how many rounds are going to be for this because I don't know how much power and torque these actually have. So I am going to up it by 4 next round. So that is going to be interesting to see, especially the older type of locomotives. But the next class in this video is going to be the class 66. Here it is, the class 66. Yes, it is in the Alan J. Day livery that I made absolutely donkeys ago, the Mendit rail, and it is in the 59 livery, but this is the class 66, don't worry. It's just another reskin. So attached, ready to go, throttling up, and here we go. And it pulls it like it's just another load, because the class 66 is just absolutely amazing in power. Yes, in real life it has been known to stall on inclines with this type of weight, but saying that, the class 66 has an abundance of power. So there we are, we're away, only notch 4, and we're 6.5 kilometers an hour. Well, there you go. So we're just going to jump straight into the time lapse and see where we can get to. Oh look, what a surprise, 69 kilometers an hour. Nice. Yeah, I'm really not surprised at all with that result. I don't know why I was like, oh my god, is it going to pull it? No, I'm very happy with that result. We are going to drive it into the station. But I honestly, excuse me, I honestly don't know how many episodes it's going to be with the British, or any of them, per country. I just don't know how much power these have. Obviously, I can look it up, and it does tell me how many horsepower it's got. But saying that, I don't know what the torque is. I don't know if it says the torque. But yeah, I don't know how many episodes there are going to be. It's going to be a long one, I reckon, because I'm now going to be doing it every Monday. So it's essentially taken over from the Scotsman tour. That was my hope anyway, to do that. But braking now, get it into the station. It's going to be interesting to see what the steam is going to be, because I don't know how much it's actually going to be, how much power they've got in torque. Right to the end of the platform. So with that being said, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, punch that subscribe button. It's the end of the video now, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe, stay well. Simulation Alley 007 over and out.